education that I myself sat in, and I'd like to make a couple of introductory remarks. And this is regarding, it's titled "The Protection of the Public, City Staff, and City Councils at City Hall." So at the onset, first of all, I do not have an opinion. I have put this item asking that it start a discussion regarding the implementation of screening by metal detectors of individuals wishing to enter City Hall. I'm not asking for this, I wanted a discussion. And as this issue has progressed a bit, I will candidly tell you I've gotten quite an education. So, some ground rules, since we do have quite a few people that I think want to speak on this. By our council policy, the discussion is limited to the item on the agenda, which is regarding the metal detectors. We're not talking about the Constitution, we're not talking about the Second Amendment, we're not talking about the tragedy in Connecticut, the right to bear arms, or any of that. It's talking about potential metal detector use for this council chamber. If we drift, I'm going to rule you out of order. As I've gotten quite an education on this subject, I became aware that there are many legal limitations to what a New Hampshire city can do to regulate articles coming in and out of a public building, and also the use of the metal detectors. It's not up to us, and the city attorney is going to speak to this, it's not up to us as a municipality to decide we can only do what is enabled by state legislation. So too much discussion about what is possible at the local level, frankly, is a waste of time if it is not allowed or enabled by the state. I've also become aware, after speaking with the bailiffs that operate those metal detectors for the benefit of the court, that not anyone can sit there and operate these things. They have to be specially trained and certified, not even just police officers. Special training, good, he's here. Special training is required to operate them. It's not just one individual, it's multiple individuals to operate it. And speaking with the city manager, we have no budget to do this, so this is going to take an appropriation if it's going to go anywhere. Therefore, since we are limited as to what it is possible to do under New Hampshire state law, please bear that in mind. It'll be an interesting discussion, but it's going to probably be a reasonably short discussion. So anyone who speaks, I'm definitely going to request that they limit their remarks to certainly no more than 5 minutes, and this entire discussion to no more than 30 minutes. So having said all of this, I'd like to ask the city attorney for some comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is an issue, as you know, that a lot of municipalities are dealing with. It came to light here in the city when the courthouse requested that the metal detectors, for lack of a better word, be installed in the foyer. The courts are able to do that because they have specific statutory authority which allows them to do that, frankly. The foyer and the stairway and the foyer outside of the courtroom are within what's called the curtilage of the court, and the statute allows the court to install that unit down there and to monitor what comes in. As a result of that monitoring, they're also monitoring by happenstance people who enter into the city hall for other purposes. As you know, at 4 o'clock or 4:30 thereabouts, when the court shuts down and this room reverts to its traditional use as the council chambers, those individuals leave and the machine is turned off. At that point, we fall back under state law with respect to municipal rights in this area. And for all intents and purposes, the state has reserved to itself the right to control the use, possession, transportation, sale, regulation of firearms. And until such time as that changes on the state level, I would suggest to you that you could certainly install one of these detectors, and all it would do is tell you that somebody was carrying something into the building, and you would wish them a nice day as they went upstairs. And that's about all I have to say on the subject.
Thank you. Comments from the committee, and I'll open to the public. Yes.
Had one of those, it was a tough day. City at the State House and the school board, they actually make all three in one day. I think the city attorney put it quite eloquently concerning the state's requirements and limitations on the use of firearms. And I think also it's extremely important that when we look at it, we don't do something, quote, out of fear or haphazard, and we sit down and we look at this logically while ensuring that we get the greatest protection possible without going across people's individual rights. And with the city council and with the chief of police, I think we've been doing that, and I feel quite safe being up here, and I'm pretty sure that the majority of the people feel quite safe. And I think the people that come and visit us should feel quite safe to visit us and yell at us if necessary.
Thank you. Anything further from the committee? Any members of the public or other?
Ian Freeman, 73 Leather Street. So, Mitch